These creatures are unlike any other on Earth. They look as if they came from another planet.
Biologically, they are completely different from all other creatures living on land. This has made them a focal point of attention.
At the same time, they also look very interesting, especially when dancing underwater.
The female is not the one who gives birth as usual, but the male.
This is what makes them different from all other land creatures.
Among these creatures, the smallest species is only 2 centimeters long, while the largest can reach 30 centimeters.
Their bodies are covered with sharp spines. These spines are used for both camouflage and protection from predators.
Because they have no distinct smell. At the same time, they are very successful predators, with a success rate of up to 90%.
Much higher than leopards, great white sharks, or killer whales. Before we officially begin our exploration, Tutu would like to sincerely thank everyone for supporting the channel recently. If you find the video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to support Tutu.
And now, let's continue watching the video with Tutu.
This creature can also mimic chameleons, changing its body color to blend in with its surroundings,
thereby avoiding the attention of predators and increasing its hunting ability.
They have to eat constantly throughout their lives, otherwise they risk starving to death.
Because they have no stomach, food is absorbed and expelled almost immediately.
Their eyes can simultaneously look in 2 different directions, a rare ability among creatures on Earth.
To be precise, they are a type of fish, and the slowest swimming fish in the world.
The smallest of these can only move from 1.5 to 2 meters per hour. So what are these creatures? Today's story is about seahorses, mysterious and completely unique creatures in the ocean. In this video, you will learn where these mysterious creatures come from.
Why do male seahorses get pregnant and give birth? Interesting facts about their lifestyle and body structure.
And the benefits of their upright swimming posture? Because very few marine creatures swim vertically like them. The reason why they have no distinct smell? How does this slow fish hunt?
Why is it almost impossible to keep them in an aquarium? And many other fascinating and unusual facts.
According to paleontologists, the first seahorses appeared on Earth at least 13 million years ago.
That is the age of the oldest fossil discovered.
This period also marked the formation of mountain ranges, such as the Himalayas and the Alps.
And it would be another 12 million years before human ancestors appeared.
For many years, paleontologists have been puzzled by the origin and evolution of seahorses.
Although their origin was once considered a mystery, in recent years, this field has made some significant progress.
Fossils show that 13 million years ago, this fish looked almost identical to modern seahorses.
This means that their appearance and evolution may have been much earlier.
Multidimensional genetic studies based on 3D DNA structure and other analyses have confirmed the current hypothesis.
That seahorses evolved from pipefish about 25 million years ago.
Indeed, if we imagine bending a pipefish into the shape of a seahorse, removing the caudal fin, and twisting the enlarged part,
Then adding prominent spines to the snout, we would have a modern seahorse.
It is very likely that during evolution, the pipefish diverged from the pipefish group by developing a curled tail and a slightly curved body.
From there, the typical seahorse appeared.
With today's most modern methods, paleontological studies have completely proven this theory.
Therefore, the hypothesis of the extraterrestrial origin of seahorses is just a mythical, imaginative story.
And has been completely rejected by science.
However, what continues to puzzle scientists is where their strange reproductive style originated.
After all, the ancestor of seahorses, the pipefish, reproduces in the most common way. Yet, in seahorses, it is the male that takes on the task of pregnancy and childbirth.
That is also an extremely interesting story that we will soon learn in detail.
Seahorses live in tropical and subtropical seas, mainly in shallow coastal waters.
The cold water is harmful to them. Currently, about 50 species of seahorses have been recorded,
each with its own characteristic shape and color. What is special is that their bodies seem to be a combination of many parts from different animals.
And not just from marine creatures.
They have a head like a horse, but a pointed snout like a platypus.
Low for glance. Their eyes can observe 360 degrees and move independently.
They also have the ability to change color and blend in with the environment.
A characteristic found only in chameleons.
Their belly contains a brood pouch to nurture their young, similar to a kangaroo's pouch.
The seahorse's curled tail is used to cling to the seabed's vegetation, reminding us of some primates. The seahorse's curled tail is used to cling to the seabed's vegetation, reminding us of some primates.
By fish standards, seahorses swim very poorly and very slowly. Therefore, they live a sedentary lifestyle, mainly using their tails to wrap around seagrass or coral to cling on and wait for prey to pass by.
Thanks to this, large predators also find it difficult to spot them.
That is also why they live in shallow coastal seagrass beds, where vertical swimming is an advantage.
A seahorse, if it can completely blend in with the surrounding colors and textures, will become almost invisible. Normally, seahorses live for about 4 to 5 years.
They live in groups, but are not considered schooling fish, as each individual swims and hunts alone.
They only pair up during the breeding season. Once they have chosen a mate, they usually stay together for life.
This comparison may not be entirely accurate, but the seahorse's lifestyle reminds one of humans.
We also live in communities, among cities and towns, each living alone or with family.
Seahorses have a similar way of life.
Seahorses are the only vertebrates where the male actually gets pregnant and gives birth.
In the animal world, there are many examples of males incubating eggs, protecting, or feeding their young.
But only in seahorses do males actually carry fertilized eggs and directly give birth to the next generation.
Every morning, the male seahorse performs a special mating dance, swimming around its chosen mate.
showing that it is ready to reproduce.
When the mating season arrives, the male seahorse's armored body and chest will turn black. When the mating season arrives, the male seahorse's armored body and chest will turn black, emitting sparkling rainbow rays while curling their tails to show seduction.
Sometimes, this dance can last for hours.
During courtship, the male seahorse bows its head, circles the female seahorse, and gently touches the seabed with its tail. The elaborate and carefully choreographed dance takes place daily, but mating only occurs when both male and female seahorses reach egg maturity. On the day of mating, the female seahorse suddenly raises her head and swims upwards.
The male seahorse will quickly follow. At this point, you can easily see the ovipositor protruding from the female's belly.
The male seahorse simultaneously opens its brood pouch. The female positions her ovipositor directly into the male seahorse's pouch opening. And in that moment, the eggs are transferred into the male seahorse's pouch.
At the same time, the male also performs direct internal fertilization.
This entire process only takes about 6 seconds. It's hard to believe that there is such a highly efficient form of reproduction. But nature always holds wonders, and modern science has confirmed this through footage and empirical research.
The male seahorse's brood pouch is likened to the placenta of female mammals.
It provides oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryos inside.
So why did nature entrust the task of pregnancy to the male seahorse and not the female? This goes against all common biological logic and has long been a mystery to scientists. To date, the only plausible theory that has not been refuted is that by dividing tasks in this way,
Nature has allowed seahorses to maximize reproduction.
When the female seahorse lays eggs and transfers the pregnancy to the male seahorse, she can quickly start producing new eggs,
Making the reproductive process almost continuous.
this is extremely important, as less than 0.5% of baby seahorses can survive to adulthood.
And be able to reproduce.
Although they are born fully formed and ready to live independently, their bodies do not yet have the hard armor and sharp spines of their parents. Therefore, they are very vulnerable to predators in the ocean.
The arrival of new life is a profound biological event. In many species, this significant moment is
a hormone that stimulates the smooth muscles of the uterus to contract to push the fetus out.
Smooth muscle is a special type of muscle that works involuntarily and is often found in the walls of internal organs and blood vessels.
However, research shows that in the male seahorse's brood pouch, most of the muscle is striated muscle, a type of muscle that can be controlled.
In other words, the male seahorse can completely decide when to give birth, and that is thanks to its six-pack abs.
In fact, the muscle bundles in the male seahorse's abdomen are much larger than in the female seahorse.
And during childbirth, the male seahorse will perform a series of extremely strong contractions, ejecting dozens, with a total number that can reach 1,500 young in just one birth, making the brood pouch quickly emptied completely.
Although the structure of the seahorse's brood pouch is not similar to the uterus of mammals, when giving birth, the male
making childbirth an extremely exhausting process.
The male seahorse carries the eggs for about 9 to 45 days until the baby seahorses are full.
Then they are released into the sea.
Normally, just a few hours or days later, the male seahorse will mate again.
Seahorses show a much higher level of fidelity than many other species.
However, not a few of them are still willing to change partners when the opportunity arises. The many mating behaviors in other seahorse species have not been thoroughly studied. So it is currently impossible to determine exactly how many seahorse species are truly monogamous and how long that relationship lasts. In mate selection, the final decision rests with the female seahorse, not the male seahorse.
In fish and animals without high intelligence, monogamy is extremely rare.
Because fish have short-term memory, so even if two individuals were once a couple, they can forget each other after just a few days apart.
No longer having any affection or recognition for the other. When born, baby seahorses immediately begin an independent life without receiving any care from their parents.
Unlike most other newborn animals on Earth.
Within minutes of birth, they have already started eating tiny plankton, mainly small crustaceans.
However, due to their lack of self-defense, no protective armor or spines, plus their extremely small size,
Baby seahorses are very easily eaten by other marine creatures.
The body structure, and especially the tail of the seahorse, are other unique features that need attention.
Most marine creatures have body structures designed to help them fight off predators,
such as sharp spines, sharp fins, venom, hard shell-like armor, or perfect camouflage with the surrounding environment.
All of these are for survival in the harsh ocean.
But seahorses have a completely different defense system than the creatures we know. Their bodies are covered with movable bone plates that slide parallel to each other, providing flexible movement. This sliding armor is even more effective than hard shells and much more durable than ordinary fish scales.
Those armor plates are very difficult to bite through.
They can only bend, but not break, allowing seahorses to survive even in the most dangerous situations. Another extremely rare point is that the seahorse's tail has a square cross-section,
completely different from the round or elliptical tails of most animals.
The skeleton in the seahorse's tail is made up of L-shaped bone blocks,
connected to each other to form successive square blocks, gradually narrowing towards the tip of the tail.
The muscles attached to this skeleton allow the seahorse's tail to move flexibly and even cling tightly to objects.
Compared to the oval tails of dogs or cats, the seahorse tail is stiffer, stronger, and more elastic when subjected to strong pressure.
Especially thanks to its square prismatic structure, its tail can bend better without twisting.
At the same time, it clings more firmly to surrounding surfaces. An extremely important advantage when living in strong currents or environments with many algae.
In the world of fish, having a tail used for clinging is extremely rare.
Among the approximately 30,000 recorded fish species, only seahorses and their close relatives, pipefish, have this ability.
Especially in the seahorse family, the characteristic hooked tail has evolved independently many times, as a special adaptation. Structurally, the square tail creates a larger contact area than a round tail, increasing grip and control, thereby greatly increasing the seahorse's survival ability. This is an indispensable part of their hunting and camouflage strategy.
In addition, scientific experiments also show that when subjected to strong pressure, the seahorse's square armor
helping to protect the spine and potentially saving their lives in attacks.
Observe how these armor plates bend without breaking. That is the miracle of nature, which has given the seahorse a unique and unprecedented body structure. In the animal world, only seahorses and some specific chameleons possess such a square tail.
But chameleons don't swim.
The problem with seahorses is not their upright swimming posture, but their body structure itself.
Seahorses only have 3 small fins.
A small dorsal fin in the middle of the body, and 2 small pectoral fins near the head, which act like rudders to help them steer. They do not have large ventral or anal fins like other fish, so some seahorse species cannot swim fast. However, for a species that lives a sedentary lifestyle, that is not a problem at all.
They do not live by speed like other fish, but rely on perfect camouflage to survive and hunt.
When they need to move to a more suitable place, seahorses will even cling to larger fish, using their tails to wrap around their fins as a natural means of transportation. When they reach their favorite seagrass bed, they will let go and continue their quiet life.
Seahorses have a special swim bladder that runs along their entire body, separated by a membrane, dividing the head and body separately.
Especially the bladder in the head is larger than in the abdomen.
This helps the seahorse maintain an upright posture when swimming, a very rare thing among other fish.
This posture makes them strange and unusual among underwater creatures, but it is an extremely important advantage.
Thanks to this, they can hunt effectively. But what makes them such good hunters? This question has puzzled many scientists. To find the answer, a series of studies have been conducted, including recording seahorse hunting videos,
even building mathematical models to accurately calculate their hunting algorithm. Among marine creatures, few achieve such a high hunting success rate.
And this is how they do it. Seahorses often hide among algae or coral, then slowly move their heads closer to unsuspecting prey, then suddenly suck it into their mouths through their tubular snout. Their suction speed is so fast that even high-speed cameras find it difficult to capture. The speed is only 1% of a second. To create that attack, the seahorse accumulates mechanical energy in the muscles attached to its head, then suddenly releases it.
The small and slender body of the seahorse also creates a calm water zone around its body, making small crustaceans and shrimp feel no threat.
And can inadvertently approach.
It is thanks to this unique hunting technique that seahorses have achieved a hunting success rate of up to 90%.
Among the highest in the entire carnivorous animal kingdom on Earth.
For comparison, the giant great white shark, the terror of the ocean, has a success rate of less than 50% of its attacks.
Leopards, agile and powerful predators, only achieve a rate of about 74%.
Killer whales, intelligent, cunning, and often organize hunts that last for hours, targeting seals, dolphins, and baleen whales.
Also only achieve a success rate of about 80%.
However, a creature that looks small, harmless, and even a bit comical like a seahorse outperforms all those predators in efficiency. However, that is not a preferential gift from nature, but a mandatory survival condition for seahorses.
Because they have no teeth and no stomach. So how do they eat and digest food?
In fact, seahorses use other parts of their digestive system instead of a separate organ like a stomach.
A special gland similar to the pancreas will directly secrete digestive enzymes into the intestines, helping to break down food as it passes through the body. Due to the absence of a stomach, the digestion process takes place extremely quickly, much faster than in other fish or animals.
That is why seahorses have to eat constantly, almost every day.
And that is why they are forced to become excellent hunters.
An adult seahorse can eat 30 to 50 times a day, and in some cases, the feeding frequency can reach hundreds of times a day. However, if you are planning to keep seahorses in an aquarium for observation, remember that they are extremely sensitive to artificial environments.
Seahorses are very easily stressed, and if they live in an unfamiliar environment, they will constantly feel scared and anxious,
leading to refusal to eat and eventually dying of starvation or nervous exhaustion.
Even slight tremors or collisions during transport are enough to kill seahorses.
If you transport them by car or boat without absolute safety measures, they will almost certainly not survive. Currently, there are about 50 known species of seahorses in the world, but 30 of them are facing extinction.
The biggest threat to them is humans.
Due to their unique and exotic appearance, seahorses are often caught as souvenirs, dried, and displayed. According to official statistics, up to 20 million seahorses are caught annually in coastal areas. And this number does not include large-scale smuggling that still secretly takes place in many places.
In the depths of the ocean, there are still many mysteries and wonders waiting to be discovered.
From giant creatures to species we don't even know about. But seahorses, living in shallow coastal waters, are one of the most thoroughly studied species by science.
And that is why they become even more precious and wondrous.
Seahorses are a testament to nature's boundless creativity.
Combining things that seem impossible to harmonize into a perfect whole. A kangaroo-like brood pouch, super speed hunting skills, and a bizarre, captivating shape.
Beneath the waves, where the sunlight dances through the clear blue water, the seahorse drifts gracefully.
In the quiet depths of the clear blue water, the delicate seahorse navigates its home among the swaying seaweed and ancient rocks.
The
seahorse, a creature of myth and grace, drifts through its tranquil, vibrant home. Deep in the vibrant coral reef, where sunlight dances through the clear blue water, lives one of the ocean's most enchanting creatures.
Take divine origin fire.
The intricate brown seahorse, with its distinctive white spots, navigates this vibrant reef, a true master of camouflage and grace.
Hidden within the vibrant tapestry of the reef, the brown seahorse drifts gracefully, a master of camouflage in the sunlit blue.
Here we see the elusive brown seahorse, navigating the vibrant reefs with a serene elegance rarely seen.
The ocean's most graceful dancer, the seahorse, drifts effortlessly through the sunlit reefs. The ocean depths hold many secrets, but few are as graceful as the hippocampus, drifting gently through the swaying seagrass.
The hippocampus, or seahorse, navigates this vibrant underwater forest with a grace few creatures possess.
Among the swaying forests of seaweed, the delicate seahorse finds its tranquil home, a hidden gem of the deep.
The intricate dance of the hippocampus, a creature of myth and grace, navigating the gentle currents of the deep blue sea. The intricate dance of the hippocampus, a creature of myth and grace, unfolds in the sun-dappled currents of the reef.
Deep within the azure depths, a hidden world thrives in silence and beauty.
The brown seahorse, a master of camouflage, drifts gently through the vibrant, sunlit reefs, its tiny fins fluttering in the current.
The seahorse, a true marvel of the ocean, drifts gracefully through the swaying gardens of the sea. Drifting through this cinematic seascape, the seahorse reminds us of the hidden beauty beneath the waves. Observe the delicate texture of the brown seahorse, navigating this vibrant, underwater world with effortless grace. Deep beneath the waves, the hippocampus, or seahorse, navigates a hidden world teeming with life. With a gentle flutter of its fins, the spotted seahorse drifts through the sunlit shallows, a true jewel of the reef.
Hidden within the swaying forests of the deep blue, the seahorse drifts gracefully, a master of camouflage and patience.
Deep within the azure embrace of the ocean, the delicate seahorse gracefully navigates its vibrant home. Hidden among the vibrant seaweed and ancient rocks, the spotted seahorse begins its graceful journey.
Also with brooding clash, It's all this exigence of a nation that has come into but no sprawl. This eighth is